So that was 1946. And every year Santa Claus would bring me something for the train. When I was in 8th grade, I got my second train. The trains came down at Christmas and were put around the Christmas tree, and I got to play with them from November to maybe the middle of January, and then they were put away for safekeeping. And so they've lasted. My original train still runs, and it's good shape. And my childhood dream was always to have a room with a permanent layout. So when I retired from teaching, I decided that I wasn't getting any younger, and I decided to build a room on the house for me to put my trains in, and this is what has evolved from that. I didn't debate it all because it was always trains and Christmas went together. In our house, they only came out at Christmas time. So when I was making it, I said it's going to have a Christmas theme, except it'll be Christmas in this room, 365 days, or 7/24/365. I use Lionel's electric eyes to trigger the relay, and then the relay will either turn the power on in a block to send the train out, or it'll turn it off to stop one. So when I made this layout, I don't know how many blueprints that I made. On paper, I got a template, and I made the layout with as many curves in it as I could. And I went with the wide and radius curve because I could run faster without looking off the track. I was a math physician. Lots and lots of that math came in, especially when I made my upside down generator on my upside down machine.
We've seen lots of layout, but this is the first upside down Christmas tree and an upside down train layout.
I did 23 trains running it. My goal was to do 5. So I added an extra train to the outside loop. Now I got 4. And so when I made this train, it was going to be a train that went around by upside down together. So I tried it out in my demo in California. But the other thing is like it's a cantilever system with an engine that runs on top of the board. It racks itself into the train, and there's no track on either side.
Tom likes to put videos on his YouTube page.
I tried to track together the trains and try to tell friends that they were obviously about as far online as possible to do that. But what the other people do is, well, I don't know what they've told you about the layout, and they get the funniest look on their face like, well, this is really what it is. Anyway, they made this layout. And I said, well, give me just a minute, I'll put the rest of them on. And I said, let me go track it. And he opened the door and there's my train. Wow. It went behind the That's what I really enjoy. And hold on, look, that was the train. Oh, look at that was upside down. Look over that way. They're ducking their heads. It's all thrill. I had this for my experience. I could have this by myself. I do enjoy it. But it's more fun when I'm around folks. And that's what Christmas is all about. It's Christmas with folks, and it's Christmas with family. And I put out 4,065 postcards, and every single one is different. And they're very, very large. And so the outside goes along with the inside. Usually around Christmas time, the 2 weeks before Christmas and even the week after Christmas, it's bumper to bumper. I mostly run all Lionel except for the trolleys. I've got MTH trolleys. That their wheelbase is a little bit longer, and when they bump to change direction, they don't jump the track. I was having trouble with the Lionels jumping the track on a Lionel. This Lionel on mine. As you can see with the back tailgate, I've got all kinds of street post forms in my. In 1976, the bicentennial train came out and they thought the destroyer would be. That's a good thing I'm a got all this history about destroyers in college. Maybe I can learn something from it. In 78, they were building a new house in Miami-Dade, and they did a special event. They took the Glory Pin off, and they put the Christmas of the tracks, just so that the trains stop and rest for a little bit, keeps them from overheating. Some nights I started to turn them on at 6 and maybe at 11 o'clock they finally are turned off. And then at midnight I'm still repairing it, so because the next night I know I'm going to have more people here, so I start working on them and getting them working again.
How do you control the kids?
I want to put something there, but I didn't want to put the plastic there. If the kid wants to touch something, fine. I don't like them grabbing stuff, but every kid's going to be inquisitive. And so this little fence was made out of popsicle sticks. One person asked me how many popsicles I ate in order to get all those popsicle sticks to put the fence all the way around there. And I didn't have the heart to tell him I bought a box full of popsicle sticks. And then I built my covered bridge back over there. That's all made of popsicle sticks. My little building on where my floats and my amusement park go into, that was made of popsicle sticks. My arch bridge there, that was made out of PVC pipe and drop ceiling hangers. The trestle over here was made out of scraps from my shelving that I made. And the biggest one, the big bridge that goes across the doorway there for the two trains that run on the shelf around the room, was made from a 10-foot 2x4.
To reach his goal of 25 trains, Tom once again looked towards the ceiling.
Well, like I said, I was trying to get 25 trains running. I thought, well, I could just maybe have a train on that shelf, on the top shelf up there going back and forth, and then well, shoot, why don't I just make it go all the way around the room? And so that also then gave me more room for buildings. And so I built I think it's a 16-inch shelf out there, and it's just enough room for two trains and a building either in front of the tracks or in between the tracks. If something's really bothering me and I've had a rough day, of course I'm retired, but my golf game usually gives me a rough day once in a while. I like to come in here, turn the trains on, sit in the chair, and sit back and just watch them, and about 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, my worries are gone. I've got a train back there, 65 years old now, and it still runs. Most of the toys that you buy nowadays, in a year, usually it ends up being broken because it's made out of cheap plastic. Lionel is tough. They keep on running, and I think because of that, people don't mind investing in something that's good because they know that it's going to be there for a long time.
How do you see the future of toy trains?
There are kids out there that, even though they're into video games, they love trains. Lionel can hold the price down. That's the biggest drawback right now with the economy the way it is. People don't have the big bucks to spend on the real big trains. They need those trains that the average person can afford so that the kids can run.
What would you do differently?
Maybe the only thing different would be to build the room bigger.
Wait a minute. Tom fulfilled his dream about a permanent layout, but what about getting a hole-in-one and bowling a perfect game?
I bowled in league for 50 consecutive years, and I had not had a 300 game. The third time I bowled this year, I shot my 300 game. So it took 52 years. Somebody asked me, first 300 game? I said, it sure is. And I'm still looking for my first hole-in-one. Haven't got that yet, so there's still time for that.
세계는 천문학적인 속도로 변하고 있습니다. 30년 전에는 당신은 지금 저의 말을 들을 수 없었을 것입니다. 스마트폰이 없었으니까요. 제가 방금 당신에게 말한 이 말을 다른 말로 표현한 이 인용문을 들어보십시오. 대다수의 인간을 위해 우리는 21세기에 100년 전의 진보를 경험하지 못할 것입니다. 오늘날의 속도로 2만 년 이상의 진보가 있을 것입니다. 지난 20년 동안 얼마나 많은 변화가 있었는지 상상해 보십시오. 무선 인터넷, 스마트폰, 소셜미디어. 2031년 또는 2100년의 상황이 얼마나 크게 달라질지 상상해 보십시오. 이것들은 커즈와일이 예측한 것들입니다. 나노기술에 의존하는 에너지 태양광 발전은 20년 이내에 전 세계에 전력을 공급할 수 있을 만큼 충분히 저렴하고 강력할 것이다. 뇌를 역설계하기 위한